Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, this is another creative how-to tutorial. Today what we are going to do is that we are going to learn how to use the spawn pads in Fortnite Creative. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is not going to include checkpoints. These are not going to include checkpoints, these are only going to be spawn pads. So if you're looking for checkpoints, not here. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe with those notifications on. Really help me out and this channel out a bunch. And let's get on with the video. Okay, so for the player spawn pads, what you want to do is that you want to go to your creative inventory. You want to go over to your creative section on top. You want to go all the way over to devices. Once you're at devices, you want to go all the way down, not too far down, but right here where it says player spawn. Grab that, and you have it. So you have it in your inventory, and then you just want to simply just place it down. What I'm going to do, like always, that I'm not going to go over the basic options. I'm going to go over the all options, because the basic options all fit in with the all options. So this is enabled during phase. Basically, no phase is like not one phase, like not any phases. Basically, just doesn't work. All I mean is like that means like you could spawn there, but like before the game, when the game is happening, all that stuff. Pre-game only. That's when that's like when kind of like the spawn area. You would spawn here before the game starts, if that makes any sense. And then the gameplay only, that's when you would spawn on this pad whenever the game starts. So team, this is if you have like any like team game mode fights, you have these on. So like, let's say like only team 6 could like spawn here, or you could do none. I would do none. Priority group. So this one's kind of like a little bit like weird to understand. So for example, if you have it at none, that means this is just like a regular spawn pad. For primary, that means like this is like the very first thing, like the very first pad that you would spawn on, because this is the primary. If you were to have it the secondary, this is like the second thing you would spawn on. Or territory, this would be like the third option you would spawn on. For example, if you were to have a spawn, you would have had one on primary, and for the gameplay only, well, you would first of all change this to all. And then you would want to change this to like secondary, if that makes sense. So yeah, and if we turn team to any right here, you won't have like that red thing. Okay, use as island start. Like for like the pre-game phase, like what I said earlier. Like before the game starts, this is if the player is allowed to spawn on here, which we could set no. Visible during games. That kind of explains itself. That's if the spawn pad like this is visible during the game. You could either have it to no or yes. I'll have it to yes. These are all the channels. The channels are important, they're confusing, and I know. I have a video to them. If you look at my channel, I have a video on how to use all channels. Really, it'll explain all of it, explain all the functions of it, and it'll make more sense. Basically, that enable and receiving from once a channel that meets our criteria of having channel 1, that means that spawn pad will enable. Also, when something activates this when disabling on channel 2, that will disable. This right here, when player spawn transmit on. So let's say I just found this new world and I immediately spawn here. Now since I just spawned there, I now transmit to channel 2. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. Now for how these work is that what you want to do is that you just want to go over here, press start game. And then you should and then you spawn on here. For maps, if you don't like these that much, you can just turn it off. Visibility, so that means you can't really see them. But yeah, that's basically how to use spawn pads, player spawns. Actually, it's not that hard to understand. It's just like knowing the basics of it. Yeah, I hope this video was really helpful for you guys. If you did find it helpful, make sure to subscribe with the notifications on once again. Also, leave a like on the video and comment what you think or what you don't know about creative, and that could be featured in a future creative how-to video. But yeah, I'll see you like in the next video. Peace.